Hello sweet friends, welcome to Carol's Craft Cottage. For today's video, I am going to be teaching you how to make some flowers from the 3D Embellishment Book die set. You get, 12 flowers in this die set in 3 sizes, and you also get leaves. So in this die set, you get 4 leaves, 4 large flowers, 4 medium flowers, and 4 small flowers. Excuse me. And I'll bring this into view, and you can see that I made several different flowers. I'm going to teach you how to make these. These are the large flowers. The large flowers measure about 1 1/4 inch. This is a medium one. This one measures, this one measures 1 3/8 inch. Let me go back to the large one. This is the large one. I gotta go put the petal to the, this is at least 1 5/8. That's the large. And then the small one is about 1 1/8. And I have 2 different medium ones. I made some like this, and I'll teach you how to make these too. These are about 1 3/8. And you can see here I made some different colors. These were the ones that were on the embellishment box, and I have some white ones there. And I'm currently making some green ones for some projects coming up soon. So let's go ahead and make some flowers. So I have some large petals here, and these are the medium and these are the small. All right, so the first one we're going to make, and I will show you the leaves. So what I do is I kind of bend them, fold them in half, and this is how pretty your flower looks on the leaf. I'm not going to glue it yet, but it's really pretty with that leaf behind it. And then when you attach it, you'll get some dimension because of the leaf being bent, the flower being bent. You can make it small, flat, but I like it being folded in half. It gives dimension. All right, so I'm using bundled sage, and I'm using this color because I'm thinking I'm going to be making some like peachy, light green pumpkins pretty soon. So I wanted to have some of these flowers made ahead of time. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to do one that is like a rose, which is this one right here. Okay, and we're going to use our distress ink to color our paper. All of a sudden I got congested. We are waiting for, I don't know if it's Hurricane Debbie now or Tropical Storm Debbie to get here tonight. It's nighttime right now. You'll probably see this tomorrow morning when we're having the storm. We may lose power, so so I use up all my scrap. So this has a little bit of green behind it, but I'm going to be folding this up, so that's fine like that. And this one as well. I'll just brush some of that on there. I don't waste anything. Okay. So this one has 5 petals, and I have a stylus, and this is one that I've got off of Amazon a long time ago. They're relatively inexpensive. So I flip these over and I circle around the biggest part of the petal, and then I turn it over and circle in the center. And what you're doing is just breaking down the fibers in the paper, and it'll make the shape that you want. Flip it over and then circle in the center. And you see that petal starting to form. All right, flip it over and circle in the center. So these three are going to be put together. And I'm going to do that right now before I make the center so that the glue will cool off and these petals won't move when I put in the center. And if you poke out the little hole, then you can line these all up perfectly. And then I just press in the center to pull the petals up. And now we're going to do the center portion, which you see right here. All right, let me just mention that this is the Scrapdiva Design 3D Embellishment Book die with all the flowers. And I will have a link in the description box below to make it easy for you to shop if you care to purchase this die. It's an affiliate link, but it doesn't cost you anything to use it, and it helps me in my channel. You can also use Carol 10 at checkout for 10% off your order. So as you can see, for this one, I did not flip the petal over. I just rolled around in the center. Now we're going to glue these two together. And as you can see, I put hot glue on all the petals. And then I'm going to put this like this, so it's off center of each petal. And then I'm going to pull it up. Sorry about that. Okay, and you will get a bud like that. And then we're going to put one of the petals in between these petals. So we'll offset each petal. So we're going to put some hot glue in the center and then offset it. And then I like to pull the petals up a little bit, and then you get this beautiful rose. I really love the petals on this die. So that's that one. Now we're going to create this one. So this was made with the small flower. Next, to make this one, we're going to use 3 of the medium and 1 of the small. And we only have to color the front of these. The back's not going to show at all. I don't know about anybody else, but my little daubers disintegrate after a while. So let me get some here. And you can do your distress inking as heavy or as light as you want to get whatever color you're going for. As you can see here, I wanted to show you, I did this and this is the same color. I just went with a lighter hand on that. So depending on what color you're looking for, the heavier you go, the darker you're going to get. Okay, so we're going to flip this over and we're going to circle around the widest part of the petal again on the medium flower, and then we're going to turn it over and circle in the center. Same with the second one. Circle around the widest part of the petal, flip it over, circle in the middle. Same with this one. Flip it over, circle in the center. Now we're going to assemble these pieces. So if you poke out the center a little, and then you could match it perfectly on the top. And then you're going to do it same thing with the third. Poke that out. And we're going to off-center it. And then I'm going to press in the center to get those petals to go up and let that cool while I do this one. For this one, we're not going to turn it over. We're going to circle in the widest part. And this is the smallest flower. We're going to circle and curl those edges up. Then we're going to circle in the center. Then we're going to come here, put some hot glue, off center the petals, and push it down. Then I have these, ooh, wow, I thought I had that closed. I got a mess on my desk now. So I've got these right here. These are little gold balls that you can get at Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby will have these. Sometimes the Dollar Tree will have them as well. Hobby Lobby will have them soon for Christmas. And that's what I used for my centers. And I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue and take 3 little balls that are about the same size and press them in the center of the flower. And there you have that one. Now you could paint these with glue and put some sparkly glitter on it if you want. That would work. They would be beautiful with some glitter on them. So next we're going to do, let's see, we're going to do the medium flower rose. So you will need 3 of the medium and 2 of the small. So we're doing just the front sides of the medium. All right, and this is the center of the rose. And this is the small flower. And we're going to turn it over. And we are going to put some distress ink on it. Okay. Leave those there. Then we're going to flip these over and we're going to circle around the flower on the widest portion of the petal. And then we're going to flip it over and circle in the center. The next one. And I don't care what's on the back of my flowers because it doesn't show. So you'll see a little bit of color because I use all my scraps. I go about 3 times around the petal. Each petal, turn it over 3 times around in the center. So we're going to put this together so it'll cool off when I put my center on. And you can see I line up the circle with the circle, and each one is in between the petals. We're going to do the top one, and we'll off center these, line up that hole so we know everything's straight on our flower, and let that cool off while we do the center. So these are the back sides. So we're going to go 3 times around the widest part of the petal, and then we're not going to turn it over. We're going to go in the center and go 3 times to pull that petal up. Three times around the widest part of the petal, and then 3 times around the center. And then we are going to take the petals and we're going to run the hot glue up each petal. We'll place this in the center, aligning the dots, the holes in the center, and off center, and then we're going to pull up. To make the bud, and we're going to hold it while the glue cools off and holds it together. And I'm going to bring this in and we're going to put some hot glue in there. Put this in the center, and I like to pull up on the first flower. And there you have a larger rose. This is with the medium. Now we're going to go to the largest flower. I'm so sorry, I'm having problems right now with my asthma. Okay, so that's the same as that. Now, if this comes out like it's not closed up enough, what you can do is pull that towards the center. If you want your rose a little bit closer. And you can put a little bit of glue in there. And then pull it tight. If it didn't go tight enough for you the first time. And there you see I like that better. Okay, so we made this, that's the small, that's the medium, this is the medium, and we're going to do a large rose, and this is the large rose. Okay, we're taking 3 of the largest flower petal. And we're going to color each of these. And then you will need 2 of the medium. And you're going to do both sides of the medium. And we're going to flip it over and do the back side. And I do put a little color over this color, just in case you can see it a little bit. Okay, now we're going to assemble the flower. We're going to turn these over. And we are going to go 3 times around the widest part of the petal. Circle with the stylus. Turn this over 3 times around the center, 3 times around each petal on the back side. And 3 times in the center. And 1 more. All right, now we're going to assemble this so it cools off so that the petals don't shift when I put the center in. And you can use the holes to line this flower up perfectly. And you're going to put the petals in between all the petals here. They're offset. And I'll use my stylus to push on that. Okay, then we're going to go on the back side of the petals. On the medium flower, I'm going to go over each petal 3 times. And then we're going to go 3 times in the center to pull them up. And 3. And 3. Now we're going to put some hot glue on each petal. And we're going to put this in the center. I'm going to line up the holes. And then we're going to pull the petals up to make a bud. And hold it while it cools. And we're going to put some hot glue in the center of this. And put this right in the center. And we're going to pull some of the petals up. And there you have a large rose. They're so pretty, aren't they? Okay, let's do one like this in large. I haven't tried one of those, but let's do that. See how it looks. So when you get your set, play around with your dies to make different flowers. Okay, so we only have to do the fronts on those. And then we're going to take, these are the large, this is one of the medium. And we're only going to do the front of this one as well. We're going to flip these over. And we're going to go 3 times around each petal. While I do this, let me just say, if you're new or this is your first time on my channel, welcome. I would love to have you as a subscriber. We have lots of tutorials and project shares here that I'm sure you will enjoy. And for all my returning friends, welcome back. I appreciate you so much. I really appreciate your support as well. You guys mean the world to me, and I really enjoy having you here. Okay, so this is the third one. I'm going to flip it over and 3 times in the center, and then we're going to put this together so that it will not shift when I put the last petal in. And I'm using the circle in the center to align my flower petals. I'm going to do this one. And right in the center, I take my stylus and push it. And then we're going to take this one, which is the medium flower, and go 3 times around on the widest part of the petal. And then we'll go a little bit in the center, not really to pull it up too much. And then we're going to put it in the middle of this. Lining up all the circles in the center. And then we're going to take some of these gold balls. And since this has got a bigger center, I'm going to pull the largest ones. Let's see. I want some to be all the same size. So let's see. Let's see what that looks like. So we're going to put some glue in the center and put these. All right, so this is the large one like this. And I won't do a small one because I don't think I would use a small one. I do like the medium ones though. This is the medium flower. And then I've got the small rose, the medium rose, and I have another large rose. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. I appreciate your visit. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'm pretty sure that we probably won't have electricity tomorrow. Hopefully we don't get flooded. I know I've got my granddaughters because the daycare is closed because they get flooded. So hopefully everything will go well. Of course it's going to go well. Nothing to worry about. Again, leave me a comment in the section below. And until next time, remember to sprinkle kindness like confetti wherever you go. And happy crafting. Bye-bye.